I'm really chipper today, and like Danny's like the complete opposite.
I'm so
It's okay. We all have.
I just feel like I don't even know what it is. Like it's just like literally start to finish. You know what it really might be? I got home and my dad was watching LFG, that new WWE show, and he watched it for like 3 hours. And I was like, if they put that Bully Ray bald bitch on my screen for longer than 10 seconds, I'm gonna crash out bad. Anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to the stream. Everybody say happy birthday, Lyric. Happy birthday, Lyric in the crowd.
Thank you to everybody who told me happy birthday. I really appreciate it. It was a very honestly, I think this might have been the best birthday I ever had.
Yeah, so far.
Really, so far. I kind of took things into my own hands this year, and so like, you know, I bought like a banner and like I made sure like I decorated my apartment really nice, and I bought flowers, and I went to like a really nice restaurant with a friend, and like they bought me flowers. And so that was really cool. I just felt very loved, and I did a lot this past weekend with my work. I got to do the interview of my life that I've wanted genuinely since I started watching wrestling on October 9th, 2006. It took place in my hometown, and Shelton Benjamin was on the card. As a native 803ers, I have my Carolina jersey on today. Fun like that, but not on purpose, but it just happened like that. But yeah, I got to do that interview, and it published in, you know, like my home state paper, the biggest newspaper in South Carolina, the oldest newspaper in the South. And then we made the front page of the sports section. So that was
yay! Everybody fucking clap.
So that was literally the day after my birthday. So like I was just on cloud nine. Like that was the biggest birthday gift. And I had an interview come out today with the Saito brothers from All Japan for Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I think I can say this now, but like I'm officially now a regular contributor to Pro Wrestling Illustrated. So it's been a great week.
Everybody clap.
I went to the store today, guys. Look what I got. Look what I got from the store today. Well, I don't even have all the stuff that I got, but look what I bought from the store today. I bought Stevie Wonder's In Square Circle because one of my all-time favorite Stevie Wonder songs is Whereabouts. And that is on this this album, as well as Overjoyed. And of course, I got GNX. So yeah, I've already opened GNX, but I'll open Stevie Wonder with a glass of wine.
As you should. I was listening to a lot of, first of all, what a huge week. Lyric is so cool. I want to be her when I grow up. I was listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder this morning, and then today I've just been listening to solely Billy Joel. He makes music for girls in their 20s. He does. I don't know. And I was like almost crying at work.
Oh.
You don't understand. She's always a woman.
Yeah.
Anyway, tonight's Dynamite was fun.
Tonight's Dynamite, listen, man.
It kind of ain't bad.
They got me. Fuck. And it's so crazy because I was just telling somebody, I said, yeah, I might not even go to AEW pay-per-views like that this year. I don't know if I'm really fucking with them like that. No, I'm going all in, y'all. I started looking at flights. I said, how do I get the Revolution? Can I do it?
I fear that y'all in is getting unmissable. Revolution to me, though, I'm like, y'all not realizing Revolution is looking like the fucking show of a lifetime if every match hits the way it can. Like,
one thing about like AEW never really misses on pay-per-view for the most part, but like Tony Khan really don't play about Revolution at all. He has never played about any Revolution like I think that's ever happened. Like I think there's been at least a 5-star match on almost every single Revolution, if not all. Like last year had 2. Well, you had Takeshita and Ospreay, and then you had the Sting and Darby versus Young Bucks. And also, if you want to be honest, it might not have been a 5-star, but I think it was at least a strong 4.75, which was the world title 3-way was fantastic. Joe,
you know what's funny? I have watched all of these matches, of course. We've probably talked about all of these matches. Literally zero memory. You're like, oh yeah, Revolution last year. I'm like, nothing. I don't know when anything happened ever. You're like Takeshita Ospreay. I'm like, of course I remember that. You know, Sting and okay, of course I remember that. They all blend together to me, except Double or Nothing for some reason. I always remember those.
Well,
I don't know. I think it's just because it's Vegas themed.
2023 had Hangman versus Mox, that Texas death match, which was amazing. And then 2021.
I remember that. Got hung over the ropes. That was fun.
I forgot what was the 2021 main event, but I do know that Punk versus Eddie Kingston was on that card, and it was really good. What was on Revolution 2022?
Can I just say something really quickly about CM Punk? I know this is like entirely, there's a lot of controversy, a lot of commentary around him. This is not about any of that. I saw a tweet earlier today that was like him getting slimed or whatever in Nickelodeon. In my head, what I'm realizing is in my head, my whole life, my vision of Socko from iCarly is CM Punk. Like in my head, I have always pictured Socko, and I'm like, I saw that picture of him getting slimed. I was like, that's what it is. You're Socko. I don't know why I felt the need to share that tonight. But anyway.
Sister.
Lyric is being so mean to me today.
No. I'm putting my hands up. Come on,
I went on the stream and Lyric said, oh, we're doing accents.
No. I just want to know, like, what are we doing today? Like, you know, I feel like we have a different vibe, you know, every week. And, like, you know, you bring something different to the table every week. And so, like, you know, sister, I'm offering my hands.
You know, hold
my hands.
We're bringing lack of medication is what we're bringing.
Hey, listen, withdrawal when you waiting for that next refill is crazy.
The pill bottle is empty.
They don't get it. At least I hope they don't. And if you do get it, I'm sorry. I apologize. But hey, man, real ones know. But yeah, Revolution is always good. You know, Revolution 2020 had probably the greatest AEW match of all time, which is Young Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny. I mean, so yeah, they really be sticking their foot in Revolution. They made me care about the Death Riders today.
No.
Just today. Just today. Listen, actually, no, I'm not gonna say they. Willow Nightingale.
But she not in it for real.
She's not. But I'm saying she made me care just for tonight. She made me care tonight. That's why that's it. She made me care tonight. And also, they made me feel that even if I don't care about Mox versus Cope, they actually loaded the rest of the card so much to where, like, yes, I do have to. I will watch it. So yeah.
And I literally, if it weren't on the other side of the country, I would go. If it were, yes, if it were any closer than the other side of the country, I would be seated.
100%. If it was on the East Coast, there would have been no question. None. Yeah. No question of if
if it was in a few months, I would be there.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of faith in you guys, so I didn't plan ahead. So
yeah, I'm thinking that I might not be able to go to Windy City Riot anymore because I wanted to go to Chicago, but a friend is having a bridal shower that weekend. And so I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it back.
You can always get married again. You will never see Hiroshi Tanahashi in the United States again.
Listen, I feel the same way, but I would like to have some friends left. You know, I do.
Oh my God.
I can't tell people that out loud. That's literally exactly. I'll never be able to catch the verse Tanahashi.
You in love or whatever. You know what? I've never understood. Welcome back to the Dynamite book. We will talk about Dynamite eventually. I've never understood like why I have to get someone a present for their wedding. It really pisses me off, especially like as like a single person. Why the fuck am I getting you a gift because you're so happy and you're in love? Nigga, fuck you.
I also want to know too. I don't really know a lot of wedding etiquette. Growing up, I went to way more funerals than weddings.
Oh.
I've
only
but
ever been to one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Like it's gonna be like a point in your 30s and 40s when you just gonna be going to them bitches back to back.
No, I won't. I'm not going to anybody's wedding.
But I digress. I get to a. I'm now, because I'm older, I'm wondering, like, so do I give you a gift for both the bridal shower and the wedding, or can I just give a gift?
That's what people do.
And both? Seriously?
Yeah.
I'm not good at this. I'm not good at etiquette. Like, I'm the friend.
The bridal shower one is supposed to be like small and like dainty and like fun, and then the wedding gift is supposed to be like legit.
An air fryer.
Why the fuck do you get a gift? You got love. Is that not gift that keeps on giving?
I think the point is that they're building a new life and you're wishing them well.
I don't care. I don't want you to have a good life if I can't have one.
Oh, Danny, you in that mood today. Okay, cool.
Why the fuck? Why do I care? First of all, you know what? Well, first of all, 90% of the time, the groom is ugly. Why am I investing in you tying yourself to something that only brings you down? Your social capital is going down by association with this man. All right. Second of all, we know what divorce rates are like in the States. It's not good. It's never looking good. Maybe I'll give you a gift for your 5th wedding anniversary as like you made it. Getting married.
You know what, I'm gonna be honest. I would be much more, I think, open if people like had like a big celebration for like their anniversaries, like 10th anniversary. Yeah, I would get y'all something because that's great. But I ain't gonna lie, would you hate to like give somebody a gift and they like get divorced like 2 years later?
Like, what the fuck did you need a Brita for? What gets me about people getting wedding gifts, right? Also, and weddings in general, right? You spend so much time at the weddings, like niggas get people giving like toasts and stuff, being like, oh, just to see you become the person that you are today. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. That did not go unnoticed. But people be like, oh, we've seen you grow into this person and grow into whatever. So you mean to tell me that if I never get married, I can never have a socially acceptable moment where all these different people from my life come together and give me things and compliments?
Oh my gosh,
there has to be a man involved in order for this to happen.
I feel the exact same way. I wish that I was able to, like, especially I think that how do I say this? Like, last year really sucked for me, and so like I felt like I wish I could throw myself a party that was socially acceptable to just celebrate surviving. Like,
if you send people an invitation to something like that, they're gonna be like, what the heck is this? I'm not going to that. Weddings, people move shit around for, and you take PTO. I'm like, you can't.
Half the time they don't even know the second person.
Like, you don't know that bitch, and you flew out here for what?
Yeah,
and spent $150 on a gift from registry. Why the fuck? It's the only time that, and having a fucking kid, and God forbid I would never have a kid. And the only socially acceptable times where you can actually write a list and expect people to stay within it and get you something as an adult.
It's actually really sad. And I think as a person who doesn't, at least right now, but I feel like this way for a while, so I don't really see that changing. Someone that isn't really, I don't really like see marriage down itself, or kids, like at least, directly. And so our home ownership, because LOL,
I don't want any of those things.
Our graduations are acceptable parties, but why do I have to go get another degree for y'all to care?
Oh my God. And look, half the people, oh, that's sad. I was just gonna say people didn't come to my graduation party, but
I had 3 people show up to my makeup graduation, and 2 of them I no longer talk to. So
me too. Are we the problem?
No, No, at least I know I'm not. I know I'm not. Your business is your business. I know I'm not, but
I'm not either. Well, I told everybody what happened 2 streams ago. It was 2 of them bitches. So,
hey, listen, they can't find it. 2 streams ago, it doesn't exist.
It never happened. Y'all already hit 2 weeks ago. But no, I'm like that's fucking crazy. And that's literally, I wish I was kidding. I'm just like, I've expanded my network to the point where I'm like, fuck, that's half the reason I'm finna go get this law degree. I want another party, and I want another opportunity at an Instagram caption.
I agree. I feel like
and $100,000 a debt is worth that.
2,000 or more every week. Respect to the law, respect to Allah, respect to Allah, and respect to God. Do you hear me? But no,
talking about.
And listen, if nobody knows about our good sister Onaja, shout out to her. Respect to the law.
Free her.
But yeah, I got robbed because I graduated in 2020. Like literally.
Me too. High school.
Yeah, so my college graduation was in 2020, and I was a first generation college graduate, and we did a makeup ceremony in 2021. But like, you know, most of my classmates didn't even come back by that point because they were already like, and like I knew one girl, her master's degree ceremony was on the same day of our makeup for our bachelor's, and so because she went straight to school afterwards, and so I just kind of, even though like the day made it as good as it could have been, but I feel so robbed, especially after everything that I did in college. Like for it to end like that, of just I need my victory lap. I need my victory lap. Like
I am right there. I graduated a year early, and nobody was expecting it except me. So most of my family didn't come.
You ain't tell nobody?
Huh?
You ain't tell nobody that you were graduating early?
Oh, it's a whole nother thing. Well, I anyway. Dynamite was cool. Guess what we opened up with, baby?
Listen, I just feel like
I want to keep this stream PG, but I don't know if I can. He looked that fucking good.
Y'all, hey man, listen. It's so crazy. This is how I knew he looked like a different type of good. There was like 10 whole minutes on the timeline where everybody was reposting the same picture and saying
that fucking picture.
Damn.
He knew what he was doing. Huh? He knew what he was doing.
He came out, he climbed out the truck, had the longhorn on it, stormed out, was still in his regular clothes, went there, took the shirt off. He's been shirtless a lot lately. This is crazy. Even, I don't know if you saw the Max picture when they advertised the sports for this week, and it's just like him and Luca. I said, oh my gosh, demons? Demons, I said, this is not okay. Not during Black History Month. Y'all do that shit on the 1st. Okay?
That's Women's History Month. No, that's why you should do it. That's why you should do it. Next week, Hangman Page, at the start of Women's History Month, we expect even more from you. Shirtless, back to butterfly jeans. That motherfucker. Oh my, like guys,
I started short circuiting.
I'm genuinely trying to restrain myself because I'm trying to be more conscious of my digital footprint. If I said what I wanted to say and how I was feeling in that fucking moment, it took over my brain for the first 20 minutes of Dynamite. You cannot ask me what happened for a second. I was that picture. Why were his legs spread like that?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if somebody had like a talk backstage and they was just like, listen, we need to start
let him out.
Go back to okay, cool.
I'm like, look, ratings are down. What can we do?
I'm gonna say they said we need to start catering this show back to the female demo. Whatever the women want, that's what we give them. I feel like this night tonight they pushed all the faves of the girlies. Like this was for all the faves of the girlies. Like it was like, if you're not over with the girlies, get off the floor. Get off the floor. Like this is the best MJF feud since
Chicago Man.
Punk. Yeah. Like, to be quite honest, everybody looked great tonight as far as just like getting their stories across. And then I saw a tweet a couple weeks ago, and it said that, dang, I feel like some of y'all won't be happy unless AEW is built around Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, and Kenny. Well, yes.
Hold your hand when I say this.
And do y'all see how we're eating? Do you see how we're eating ever since when you put Hangman, even I'll give MJF here.
No.
Okay. Well, Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Kenny, and Ricochet right now, like, because Ricochet is a geek, but he's like the best geek. Like
I don't disagree, but you put him up there with some real.
But I will say, he's performing on that level right now. He really is.
I need a little bit more time before I can say that. I don't just he's on that track.
Well, at the core, we have Hangman, Swerve, Ospreay, Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Kenny Omega.
And honestly, if it were up to me, y'all would hate me as a booker because they would just wrestle combinations of
combination.
You would tune in every week.
They even put like the top women stars at Willow. Save the world. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna get back to my glorious CEO. Oh my God, Mercedes, I'm pouring honey on you, my goat. Oh,
and God. The time is nearing.
Ooh, we gonna get there.
I smell it in the air. Anyway. But let me be calm.
But yeah, the MJF like coming after Christopher Daniels stuff was really good. And then Hangman come back there. He said, "Yeah, y'all get over here. Y'all take care of him." Then he get back in his truck. I said, a big man riding a big man car. He in a big man car. That's a grown man car.
I don't like to enforce gender stereotypes. Hangman Page, that is a man.
That's grown man business. That is grown.
That is a grown
man business. We back to grown man business, okay?
Yes. I don't even know what he said to MJF. I don't know what that scarf said to him.
I'll be honest. I can't tell you one word that Hangman said tonight. I can't tell you one word.
I can. He said he hates running out of biscuits.
They said he swapped the Tesla for an electric pickup. He sure did. My king, he sure did. He said conservation. He said energy conservation, but make it sexy.
And Elon Musk, you gotta go.
Rest in peace.
See the door. God, Hangman Adam Page, the things that we could get up to together. You are. I want to say at this point, I'm speaking solely about the character. I know the individual is a happily married man with a family.
And respect to that woman. Oh, respect to that woman.
God's strongest soldier.
Respect to that woman.
If people felt this way about my husband, I would like. I was just gonna say.
I mean, she's already won at life. She already beat us. You already won.
She got it. But like I said, I want to say I'm separating the character from the individual. Hangman Adam Page, the character. Dear God. We can use the chair together.
I mean, they opened. I think this was just for you. I mean, opening with Hangman, closing with Takeshita. Oh my God. How could you have a bad day after that, Danny? How could you be in a bad mood? How could you be in a bad mood after that?
You know what it is? Because I feel like we're like getting edged because I was because this story is crazy.
Ooh. Ooh.
I just meant the sense that
love the show.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but I had a point. Yeah, the only thing that could have made this better for me was Kenny Omega, but I'm gonna get him back soon. So
actually, and we're getting him back on Saturday. That collision card is stacked. Whew, y'all, God is amazing.
You guys remember when this show used to be like on somebody else's platform, and every week we would worry.
I'm gonna be honest. What I will say though is we would worry, but we would still say it.
That's true.
We would worry and we'll be like, dang, man, that's so crazy. And then still say it. Moving on.
I'm not worried about no damn media credentials. Fuck.
I do need that. But I will say, I don't know. I've seen people try to push AEW off a cliff and still get media credentials. So honestly, I fear no evil.
So what is the harm in me telling you that that Hangman Adam Page is hot? You know that. You know that.
You're lying.
And if
you don't, you're lying. You don't even got to be like a favorite. He don't even got to be your favorite or something. But at this point, like, I think people who genuinely try to pretend that Hangman's not him, I feel so bad for you. I feel so bad for you.
Because you see how life is over here.
Imagine being a big elite hater and a big elite adjacent hater in 2025. Oh, you see everybody. It's literally that meme of Squidward looking out the window while everybody's unfortunately, I don't know what to tell you. We're so back. We're so up. The demons are home. Anyway,
pussy.
All the demons are not all home yet. But they're my glorious
on the journey.
EVP's return.
Over for you hoes. We gonna get Cash Money Kazu a real enemy too, and you're not gonna know what the fuck to do. Chloe, fantastic point. I just want to say really quickly, because like I'm so serious. The rest of Dynamite was good, but this might have been the highlight for me. He looked so fucking good. He looked so good. Look,
bro, Tumblr going crazy tonight. I haven't even seen it yet. I already know.
And you blame them?
No.
Dear God. And Tumblr was supposed to have banned NSFW. Not tonight, baby. But my point was,
it's BT back. Is that real, or are you just
manifesting perchance?
Oh, okay.
Men do lie about Hangman's attractiveness. We talked about it last week because they don't get it. They're like, oh, whoa, what's so good about him? Look at him. He's
send me a link or it didn't happen. Sorry, continue.
No, I just like Hangman Adam Page is everything that every man should strive to be. Not a Republican.
Cares about the environment.
Environmentalist. Layered, sensitive, loves Dolly Parton, wears butterfly jeans. What the fuck else do you want in a man? And can beat a bitch ass and is crazy about his.
He's the perfect. He leans into his feminine energy, but is still super masculine and strong, without being toxic.
Yeah, you're right. He used to be a teacher, not a good one, but he was a teacher.
Cook.
If God's plan for me were a white man, which I struggle to think that it is, but if it was,
God damn it, Danny.
Guys, the rest of this episode will just be mimed since Lyric just wants to silence me.
You're so funny, bro. I just know you genuinely. I want you to know. I look forward to this every week. I genuinely look forward to this every week. Yes, Jalen. I still haven't seen a proper Hangman Tyrant edit, and literally Cowboy Carter been out.
And every time I hear the song, I think of him. And
clearly, Beyonce thought of him too, and y'all still haven't gotten a memo.
Catch up.
They say, yeah, it's a good thing y'all doing your own thing, because, bruh, I'm gonna be real. We ain't even do nothing too bad.
We gonna talk about the wrestling at some point.
We haven't even said anything crazy yet tonight. I'm gonna be honest. Compared to other episodes, we're still pretty tame.
Do you want me to?
I mean, let's get. We still got to get to Takeshita. Be cool.
Yeah, because Kenosuke Takeshita.
We're saving this for the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Next we had Bryan Keith and Will Ospreay. Amen.
Yay! Bryan Keith.
I also want to say in the middle, I love the way that this Dynamite was filmed. Like, I love how like the camera followed Hangman. Also, Hangman went through the babyface tunnel. He did. He walked right through the babyface tunnel.
I wish I noticed.
I didn't even notice originally too until I saw it on Twitter. I said,
hell
yeah. I was still just wow. I said, this
is the wrong walls.
I almost turned the Kendrick, turn the TV off. Hey, turn the TV off. It was amazing. But yes, like I loved how the camera followed Hangman, like, you know, both in and out. And then I loved how it went up. And obviously you had Kyle Fletcher and Don Callis by the bar.
You know, I'm glad you liked it because I hated it.
Oh, okay.
But
why did you hate it?
To me, I don't know. This whole episode, I was like, the production feels cheap. And I understand. Well, they got the pyro back. And my first thought was like, oh my God, Tony Khan is unpoor. But I felt like, yeah, I just felt like the camera shots, everything. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I was in a really bitchy mood.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I do like a lot of times, like, I'll see where you're coming from. But like, nah, I think I really liked it. It felt very
it's
like.
It's healthy to disagree, though. People are going to think we're hive-minded.
Yeah, it felt very 2019 Dynamite. Like, I love, you know, how they used to always be sitting in the box and everything. Like, I liked the way it was shot. But it's okay. We agree to disagree on that. But yes, Ospreay, Bryan Keith. I love this match. Bryan Keith is
History Month. Black out. Bryan Keith is free.
Yes, Bryan Keith has been really showing out with these opportunities. That closing sequence, like from the lariat and then the fucking finish with Ospreay, that Styles Clash hidden blade combo, disgusting.
That went crazy. And you know, Bryan Keith is just another person that you're just like, let him cook. His match with Bandito was one of my favorite of the year. That shit went crazy. And so when you saw that this was coming up, you were like, well, I mean, of course, if they let him cook the way that he can, this is going to go crazy. Will Ospreay is a very good professional wrestler. I don't know if you guys know that. Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed this match, but it's hard for me to remember. I really remember the last match.
Yeah, Bryan Keith, you do have space on that all-in card. Guys, I don't know. I can see him, y'all. You know, him versus Hologram for the TNT Championship would move me.
Let me stop you right there. Yes.
Okay. Great.
But I also
putting my fantasy all-in card, and I think it's a winner, y'all. I think it's a beast, pretty beast.
We should do like a video where we compare.
Yeah, so I gave 3 of my matches away on Twitter already.
Okay. Shit.
Anyway, so you know, I'll just
go ahead. Those are cute.
Thank you. Glitter on the ring finger.
Mine are little blueberries.
Oh, I love that. I love blueberries.
But I want to say really quickly before we move on, guys, just an Ospreay update. So again, these are like my little checklist as I go along and like check them along. This is Southside Wrestling Entertainment, as you can see, all checked. New Japan is like 6 pages. Ring of Honor, not that many matches, so you know, checked, whatever. New Japan, I just got through the first 3 full pages of New Japan, so that's good. Honestly, and like I said, those are my match, like how I keep track, but these are my match reviews. It's separated by promotion. So this is all like indies who appeared in less than 10 times, and then you flip, and this is New Japan. There's something wrong with me.
Danny, this is so cool.
Something wrong with me.
No, this is so cool. Like, I'm literally in awe. Like, oh my God, that is so cool. One day, when Kenny, like, knock a whip. When Kenny does, like, announce his retirement road, I think that's probably I'm going to do that as a project. Like, to just.
Me too. Maybe we can spit it out.
Yeah, so I think, like, that'll be really cool. And honestly, you know what? I think that maybe I should do it for Tanahashi.
Oh, yeah, that could be fun.
That could be cool. Especially if I end up making it to Wrestle Kingdom next year.
Yeah. I will say I am about 3 archivists and historians.
I agree. No, it's so serious.
I have like an Excel sheet that has like, because now I'm getting into the specifics, but my Excel sheet has my, the name and day of the match, the promotion, it's separated by that. Then it has Meltzer's rating, then it has my rating, and then it has my review, and the cage match, like if there is one. A lot of times there isn't one. The scale's out of 5. That's how fucking scales work. So nothing gets above a 5.
Some matches are worth more.
And I will say I have watched. This is a little teaser, because when I'm done, there's going to be so much content about this, because this has been like a year of my life. I have watched about 300 matches. There are less than 5 actual 5-star matches. That's not a knock or a slight on Will Ospreay, but I'm like, if the scale is truly out of 5 and 5 is perfection.
I mean, what year are you on of his New Japan run?
Okay, so it's not. So I'm doing it based off tournament. So I started with all of his Best of Super Juniors, and then his, what's it called? And then G1s, New Japan Cup. So it's not necessarily in chronological order. It's only would probably make sense to me. But I say that because I was like, I don't know. I'm being very strict, because one of my things was, I was like, one of the criticisms that people have about Ospreay is that Meltzer's up his ass and that he's loving him, this, that, and the third. And I was like, well, fine. If we're being really, really mean and really, really critical, then it has to meet all this different criteria and has to be above and beyond. And so far, 4.
So which ones? You chose the Shingo match, I'm sure.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, you're not telling me.
Reveal.
Oh, but no, I agree with that, especially if you're still. What was the last G1 you watched? Check my handy dandy.
So, oh no, this was 2020.
Okay, 2020. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. He doesn't even really go. That 4 makes sense for where you are, because he doesn't really go on like his crazy hot streak until end of 2022 through beginning of 2024. That's gonna really be the
yes. But my thought process behind this, and guys, we will eventually talk about Dynamite. But my thought process is like, okay. Because part of my reason for starting to do this was because I asked him, I had the opportunity to ask him, do you think this is your best performance ever? He said, yes, I do think this is my best performance ever. So my distinction is like, it might be an amazing 5-star match. Is it your best? Is it your elite level, top of the whatever? So, and he's got a lot of things to fight against. People say he's formulaic. People say he doesn't sell, all this, whatever. So I'm taking all of that into consideration and being extra critical and extra harsh with that 2022 to 2024 run. Because I'm like, well, look, if I was in the mind of a hater, where would I have to concede? If I was in the mind of, I hate this motherfucker, where would I have to be like, damn, that shit was a good match? So yeah, I don't know. I took it from the perspective of someone that is really, really mean, which is about on brand.
Cook.
But yeah, sorry guys, but
Cook.
Anyway.
Ospreay Bryan Keith was really good. I will say also too, while I would much rather know Jericho, I think that they finally
no.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
I think that they have finally perfected the usage of Jericho in 2025. And I think that Brian Keith and Big Bill have both looked like they have really blossomed over these last couple weeks. Like, I think that they've really perfected the ratio. And I got to give credit where credit is due. I know you're not going to, and that's okay.
No,
but that Jericho Bandito match was gas on Collision. It was. And it might have been better than the first match they had when Jericho had the Ring of Honor World title. That is the best Jericho match that I've seen since maybe Jericho faced Takeshita in DDT and in Japan.
I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you as if I watched Collision. I didn't. I can't even argue there. I will just say I'm not gonna give Jericho credit where credit is due. That's just not my thing. But I'm concerned. I don't disagree with anything that you've said. Thus far, I think that 2025 for Jericho has been like, yeah, you should feel the disrespect. You should feel this, that, and the third. My fear is that you just involved Don Callis. Involving Don Callis 9 times out of 10 involves the GOAT somehow. And do you remember what we were doing?
I will say though,
Kenny got sick.
I will say
they swore up and down they were gonna go back to it, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, now we're 6 degrees of separation. We're down to 2.
I will say, I agree. I 100% agree. And y'all, if Kenny Omega manages to make us care about a Jericho program in 2025, actually, I never want to hear y'all say another man name as far as greatest of all time. He has no peers. He is by himself. Ooh, that is right. Don has also been watching Gabe Kidd.
That's a whole separate problem to me.
That's a whole deal with Gabriel
separately.
Collision has been gas, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you haven't watched it, I understand, but like it has been a very strong show.
No, I will watch it. Saturday night I was living it up. But
really?
Yeah. I had a date, but you know what my thing is? I saw this girl on TikTok that was like, you should only go on dates on Thursdays because if they're good, then you can see them again that weekend. And if they're not good, you haven't wasted a day of your weekend, on a random fucking guy. And I was like, great point. But going back to the point at hand, I'm not looking for a soulmate.
Get in where you fit in, man.
That was fine, whatever. I gotta stop talking, man. I need like a fucking.
Hey, listen, we keep it real on this show.
As a human being, I don't even mean like that. I just mean like 9 times out of 10 when I go on dates with guys, I'm like, well, like this is just like something to do today.
I'm bored.
Whatever. Anyway, I probably didn't have to be so honest, but it's true. Anyway, if they put Kenny Omega back in the same realm as Chris Jericho, you're gonna have to put me behind bars. There is Kenny Omega almost fucking died.
You know, it's so crazy.
You're gonna put him in something that is equally as bad.
I think if it wasn't Kenny's last promo before having to be like literally taken to the hospital, him being a part of Golden Jets, maybe I'd feel better about this. But y'all, this shit worked out terrible last time. Terrible.
About this. No. Do you see? Honestly, his body was rejecting what was happening.
Let's move on. I do want to give a shout out though to Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher is one person who I feel has completely understood his audience. He knows who his audience is.
That's true.
He tweets for them. He
lives like stand up.
Dresses for them. Listen, as an OG Fletchlight, I am just so proud of who Kyle Fletcher has become, truly.
I can't call myself an OG, but I bought stocks early and I held them. But I don't know. He was really, really close to showing us everything the Lord gave him in his last picture today. And I was like, look, I understand you're bodybuilding, you're doing it all. This close to practice.
Fletcher said he's like a mix of. He's like a strong style version of of like what 2000s Randy Orton.
Yeah, if he was good.
1990s Shawn Michaels. Yes, but strong style version. Like, but the like
talented.
Yeah. Plus Will Ospreay. So he's like the three of them. Okay,
Yeah.
pause. All right. Randy's not untalented. We don't gotta lie. Do I think that he was very overrated for the talent that he ended up being? I would say in ring.
What does he do successfully? Quickly.
Fantastic character. Like the Legend Killer era was amazing.
Okay, but you know what you sound like right now. You sound like everybody that only watches that show on Mondays and Fridays.
Here's the thing, though. I think in the context, but here's why I give Randy Orton credit. He never tried to pretend to be somebody who wanted to wrestle in New Japan or anything. He is the perfect WWE wrestler. That's all he ever had to be. That's all he's ever going to be. He fits perfect for that.
I don't think we should give you credit for that, though.
I
will say this. No tea, no shade, no disrespect to that man. Because I don't care about him. I don't think about him long enough to care about him. I have never understood just because you're around for a long time does not mean that you're generational. Just because you've been through a couple generations does not mean that you're. And you know what? Look, I think that if what you're looking for is to be sports entertained, he's perfect at that. And that's about it. But people standing up being like, oh, Kyle Fletcher's trying to be Randy Orton. Why would he do that?
I don't think so from a wrestler perspective, but from a character perspective, yes. Okay. Kyle Fletcher is 100% somewhat influenced by Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like that, like from as a wrestler. No, that's why I said strong style version. He gets his that's none of what he's taking.
And there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from people. As a character, if you're acting like he's trying to be this, that, and a third.
No,
I think that he is. You know, my therapist and I are working on choosing kinder words.
Do we need to talk after this? I think we do. It's okay. You sure?
All right. We'll just move on.
Okay, cool. Right.
Here's what I'll say. Kyle Fletcher is not the kind of wrestler that you tune out when the bell rings. Randy Orton is one of those wrestlers.
Okay, I agree. Especially in 2025. But
I'm not even thinking about 2025. I'm
just saying. I think I was more so
that group he was in with Cody.
Legacy.
Yeah,
I was a big Legacy fan.
You know what? That's about right.
I was a big Legacy fan, and I was a big Rated RKO fan. So that's why, like, my favorite wrestler growing up was Edge. I'll be honest.
So was I was an Edge and Christian girl.
Same.
Yeah, the hair worked for me, and I was like, and I appreciated that they had little regard for their own lives.
Correct.
I liked that.
Yes. My thing is, I wasn't comparing them as wrestlers, especially since Kyle Fletcher didn't even wrestle tonight. I was more so just thinking about presentation and character. But
you're right. Sorry, I was just being mean.
Yeah, it's okay. Let it out. It's all right.
Well, don't worry.
But moving on. Next, we had some big business. Big business. We had my glorious CEO, Mercedes 4 Belts Moné. She was telling the world just how amazing she was, and she was interrupted by the young Billy Goat, young big Billy Starks. Man, wow. This is the first time, I'm gonna be honest. How do I say this? It's a lot of people, especially a lot of this younger generation of what female wrestlers, and everybody talks about like Mercedes.
Sorry.
Oh, they'll say like
Mercedes really hot.
Oh my gosh, then you keep it off.
Go ahead, sorry.
They'll be like, Mercedes is my mother and Mercedes is my inspiration. And then they'll be showing their little pictures of them like being fans growing up, etc. And all of you are not good. But I think that there are two that stand out above the rest. And one is not signed to All Elite Wrestling. And that's Roxanne Perez.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
Billy Starks is the one for this moment. I've been waiting on this. I watched Mercedes'
first real daughter.
Yes, a real daughter. real daughter.
Biological
daughter. And you know what? I think it's because when I found out that Billy Daddy was black, everything made sense.
What?
Correct. Yeah. I don't think they're blood related, but like he raised her entire life. So everything makes sense. Yes.
Good for her.
Yes, like that literally, you know, he used to like, I think manage like her merch website and stuff, Big Starks brand, all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good for her.
I
say good for her. Like,
hey man, Black History Month.
Oh.
But don't quote me on that. That was it was a joke. It was a joke. But I digress. It was really good to see a real daughter arise. And I want to say, too, I watched Mercedes' Meal in a Match episode last night, and she talked about the fact the match they watched was the first Double or Nothing, the Joshi 6-woman tag. And she talked about like how Aja Kong is her idol, and she's always wanted to wrestle her. And she talks about she hasn't really gotten to wrestle any of her idols one-on-one before. And I realized that one, that's something that we haven't seen from Mercedes, but we really haven't gotten to see her wrestle like the next generation of the people that idolized her. And so I'm really excited for both of those things to happen, you know, in this phase of her career. But obviously, y'all, Billy came in, you know, talking her shit, and then she, you know, made a way for Big Momo to come through. Big Momo Watanabe come through. And if you saw that first match that they had,
sorry.
If you saw the first match that they had at New Japan Capital Collision next year, you know that the second one, it's already about to get crazy. Like it's going to be crazy, scary.
So excited.
But
and you know what this is, baby.
You know what this
all a precursor to the black girl.
I know this ain't who I think it is. I know it ain't who I think it is.
Who comes after Billy?
The forever ROH champion, the fallen goddess, the American Joshi, the inspiration for every women's division in North America. Athena is coming. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. She's coming. Period. And I want to say what I love about what's happening right now is if anybody hasn't noticed, like the top girls in AEW, they all hungry. These girls are taking international dates. They're taking big matches all over the world. Athena's on her world tour. She's really been killing it. And that's one thing I can say. Like, I know a lot of people felt some type of way, including me, about her not dropping the belt at Final Battle. But what I do appreciate about ever since is that Athena has been on a legitimate world tour. We've been able to see her. She's been showing up in New Japan. She had that match with Alex Windsor, you know, in Australia. And so like it's the girls are getting ready. Have y'all seen Mercedes' schedule? She's working Resurgence. She's working House of Glory. She's working Rev Pro Hot Stakes. She's doing the AEW pay-per-views. It is over.
And you know what? I'm going to say, Athena, even though you didn't give me a minion number, and it was like 2 things in a week. I tweeted like it was 2 beefs in a week with Athena. I don't know what the issue is, but resolve it. I never wavered. I never wavered. Everybody said, "Oh, she's, you know, this is the perfect ending. She's gonna drop this belt to Bill." I said, "You know what, guys? No." Because in my brain, I saw the vision that the rest of you bitches can't see, and that is Black Girl Belt Collector World Domination. Okay, I was a little bit off. Yeah, you know what you did. I was a little bit off because I was expecting it to be Athena 5 belts, 6 belts. And we went with Mercedes. But hey, I'm not picky because at the end of the day, I'ma still get what I need.
Right.
And that's all right with me. Willow Nightingale, prepare yourself. It is time to be world champion. I don't care if it's the men's or the women's at this point. It's time to be world champion.
And I'll be honest, and if I had it my way, she'd be having that men's one.
Save us. But my point being, guys, gals, non-binary pals, it's time for some motherfucking Black girl wrestling.
I will say though, I would like to see Willow win that belt from Chris Statlander though. I'd like to see her beat Chris for it. I do. I'm gonna be honest, and I'll keep it a buck. If we really talking fair, I think Chris should win first. I do think Chris should win the world title first.
I think that they should both be world champion. I'm not particular about the order. I don't really care.
That's fair. Now that is also completely fair. And also, I would never be bad.
You know, like, hey, this is all fun. It's all fun.
Yes.
I think that my brain goes to, I don't want her to win it from Chris because Willow Nightingale is the epitome of a baby face. I want it to be the most good defeats evil story ever. And Chris, I think those waters have been muddied over years. And you can always be like, oh, they have history. And then, you know, Chris is now this mega heel again. But to me, I think we've been together, we've been apart without such clear lines for such a long time that I don't think Chris is going to be the, like, my brain goes to, I don't know if this makes sense, but like if Darby was going to be a world champion, I would want him to have to overcome every odd to defeat the wicked, whatever it is, you know, overcome this massive force, whether that's Mox or whatever. Now, this is all hypothetical because I don't want this to happen in real life. But, you know, for Darby to get his first world title win, I want it to be such a good versus evil. I want Willow to be such a good versus evil. But the problem is, which is, I don't know, this probably doesn't make any sense. The only person right now that I feel like is doing that and has that in them is Mariah.
That's fair. I think and honestly too, of just there's no top heel in the division aside from Mariah. I mean, with Mercedes,
and there's nobody really on the rise either in that.
Yeah, unless if Mercedes is kept separate in the TBS division, then Mariah is the only top heel. The only way that Willow realistically wins the championship is either if Mariah beats Tony and wins the title back and Willow beats Mariah, or if you wait until Mercedes eventually wins the world title and let Willow beat Mercedes. But at the same time, that means Chris wins first. I do think that Chris wins the belt first because in progression, like honestly, Chris, if Tony retains against Mariah, Chris can beat Tony. I don't think Willow should beat Tony.
I don't disagree. I just think that the way that Stat has been booked, which I think has been, I take issue with it. But the way that Stat has been booked has not been on the same level that Willow has been booked. So if it's going to be Stat, you've got some work to do.
Yeah, I agree. But I also think that work, I think after Revolution, I think everything.
Walk a mile in these.
I think everything is going to be more clear, especially if Willow is still in the Death Rider storyline, and if they are continuing to like drag this out, then Stat is the only one who's really free after Revolution to like really go after Tony, unless you put Jamie back up there. That's probably the only person. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not interested.
But she's got some work to do too.
Correct. She has to be rebuilt.
To get back to being rebuilt to what she is.
A shock win and letting Megan Bayne hold the title for a while. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of dig it for a couple months. A shock win. I don't think we've had a real giant in wrestling like have a shock win the title. Those used to pop. Like,
but my issue is that we create the same issue that we have now with the women's world title, which is we had Mariah and Tony exist in a vacuum, and now we're going back and forth with only Mariah and Tony because they don't interact with anybody else. If you bring Megan Bayne in without a lot of matches or a lot of history with other people on the roster, is it going to make any sense? Is it, making the decision and writing from there or writing with a plan is the question that I have.
I think also too, I think that Megan and Mariah is actually a really good program that they should run as far as history. If you want to talk about actual history, that's the only other person that she has like legitimate history with. But yeah, I think that the current progression, if Tony wins at Revolution, I think Stat beats her. If Mariah wins at Revolution, I think Willow beats her.
All I know is, I want it at the same time. I'm gonna need that black TBS belt. I'm gonna need that black ROH belt.
That's gonna get.
And I'm gonna need that black world title.
Can you imagine? Especially if I'm gonna be honest, and I think that's also when you brought up Darby. I saw a lot of people on Twitter saying of just like, do we think that they're pivoting? Like, I'm not 100% sure, but
I think this was always the plan.
No, I'm not talking about the women's title. I'm just talking about like the world title of.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think because honestly, the way that you could see like these segments playing out, it kind of felt like subtly they planted the seeds for Swerve winning the title back and Hangman emerging as the top babyface in the company. And listen, listen, friends. I would like to say something. Wow. If the main event of, I'm not even gonna say main event, if AEW was able to actually successfully pull off Hangman and Swerve for the world title, Mercedes and Athena, and Omega Okada on the same card. Man,
I'm gonna have to like start selling feet pics or something.
Eyes haven't seen.
Gotta be there.
Ears haven't heard. The way I got a right now praise in my spirit. Listen, y'all, and listen, my dream card. This is my dream card for All In.
Don't say it. We were gonna do a whole video.
Well, I told you I already had mine.
Go.
Well, I mean, we can still do the video.
No, you ruined it. Fine, go ahead. No, it's over. No.
Okay. I want Hangman and Swerve for the world title. I want Mercedes and Athena. I want Omega and Okada unification match. I want the Young Bucks versus ENC. I want prayerfully, if Uncle Allen come on over, I want Ospreay versus AJ Styles. I want Chris versus Tony. Actually, I don't need Chris versus Tony if Chris has already beaten Tony. If she's already beaten,
like Lyric, your show is already 6 hours.
Yeah. Y'all, listen, if I can have all these things. Oh, yeah, I said I want Hologram versus Bryan Keith for the TNT championship. Yes, that's my dream card for now. We are still going to find, I got to figure out, you know what would be good? What would be real good? If I can get Willow versus Megan Bayne.
Not yet.
At All In? You don't think not yet?
I mean, because I think it would be overshadowed by other things on that card, and I would like to see that match have time, have spotlight,
I don't think that match needs
and
to
a
be.
belt behind it.
I don't think that match needs to be longer than 13 minutes. I think that match does not need to be longer. It's a hoss fight. It's a meat match.
But
I think
it would get lost with everything else on that card, because that. You know what else? I can't focus tonight. Well, first off, you don't have Takeshita on that, so you got to do some.
Ooh, you're right. You know what? I'm trying to think who would be perfect for Takeshita. My real dream, and this just depends on what New Japan Pro Wrestling has going on. I really want Samoa Joe versus. Now, if I can get this match at Forbidden Door, if Jeff Cobb stays with New Japan, then I can get it at Forbidden Door or something. But if Jeff Cobb comes to AEW, I want Samoa Joe versus Jeff Cobb at All In. But if Jeff Cobb doesn't come to AEW and stays in New Japan, I can get that match somewhere else. Give me Samoa Joe versus Takeshita.
I'll raise you one. Shibata with time. Because we did it on a random episode of Collision, and it was amazing. But nobody was locked in and tuned in the way you need to. And I'm a firm believer that I've said it time and time again, but I'm like, any good world title reign or any good title reign, honestly, should have to run through Shibata. He's done that now. But
I love this idea. I just didn't know if they would ever do the match again.
Fuck it. Yes. Tell Cash what he calls you to clock in.
Shibata is like
fight Takeshita. We've been avoiding it. We've been ducking it. Cash when he calls you, lace your boots up, bitch. It's go time.
Once they do Omega Okada, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, Kenny's gonna go undefeated like for the rest until at least All In.
I don't think he is.
You think he's gonna lose to? Who do you think he's gonna lose to?
I think
now in July.
Look, I think that. Do I think that he should? No. So I'm going to separate that. I think that Kenny Omega is a thinker to the point where he's an overthinker, where we are going to have the same issue that we had when AEW started, which is, well, I don't want to win everything. I don't want to be the center with, whatever. And he's gonna find himself in some odd situations. I don't have any proof behind that or any whatever. That's just a feeling.
I hope not. Listen,
I hope not too.
Maybe I'm just being overly optimistic because I don't think of just like who would beat him between now and July. Who realistically?
I could, honest to God, see him losing to Takeshita again, and then you have to be like, all right, well, what the fuck
has shit to do. Takeshitta's not winning. Like, I think that's also the thing too of just like Takeshitta's third contract should be like a big red. Like, he's about to go to New Japan for a while. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now Hiroki Goto, count your days. Count your days. He about to be somebody else's problem.
Look, and I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I think Kenny Omega's the type that's like, well, you know what really get people, and then whatever. That's really my whole thought.
He got 3 jobs, and I love Takeshita. And
I tweeted it last week, but I'm like, there's never been. He's the most employed man since the Great Depression.
How do you think the hurt business?
Interesting point. Kinosuke Takeshita. I woke up this morning and I said, I don't want to go to work, and then I said, I'm trying to get the bands up like Takeshita is, though. How much money do you think that he's making?
A lot.
I know, but like, I'm like, between all 3 contracts,
he getting paid in 2 different currencies right now. That's crazy.
Shit.
They got that money coming in dollars and yen.
Shit, nigga.
He keep a job. I mean, he. Oh my God. I think, at All In, I think they do. I think MJF, Jeff Jarrett. I think MJF will retire Jeff Jarrett.
I'm not worried about that.
Next. That's going to happen. I also think that What else? Somebody said, where do you put the Hurt Business at All In? Depends on if they're a tag
I
or
don't.
What?
I said it.
Oh, you're sick. You in a bad mood tonight. Oh my God, Jenny, please. Oh, you're sick.
Look. I like them. If
This
I'm
feels anti-black. I ain't gonna hold you. That felt real anti. During Black History Month.
No.
During Black History Month.
Well, never mind. I won't say what I was gonna say because I will show some restraint. Unlike Bobby Lashley, who makes comments that he should not make.
Okay,
my point.
I trust me, that part I get.
No, this isn't even about that. That was just me being mean. I'm being so honest with you. If I'm putting together a dream card, you're not on it. If I'm putting together a great card or a very good one, you know, you go at it. Dream card. Listen, you're not in my dreams. Bobby Lashley, you're not in my dreams.
I can't speak for anything that she's saying, but Shelton Benjamin is always on my phone. Cards. He will forever be on my dream cards, and so if that means that
Lashley don't do nothing for me,
I will say Lashley has been,
especially now since he came to AEW,
he's been the least impressive of the three. I will say that, and I think it's also, it might be because they like protected him as the crown jewel, so they had him wrestle less. But like in AEW,
but he looks stupid.
He's kind of like almost like Mercedes when she first came.
Yeah, but except he's not like Mercedes.
Well, I'm just saying, of like those first couple months of Mercedes just not wrestling, I think it really hurt her.
Is he hurt?
Of really? I don't think so.
So get in the booth. Let him fight Okada. I don't know why. Tonight, I'm just determined to get Okada back to work.
Hey, listen, bro. Oh, Okada said, I can't believe they let Buddy Matthews kick out of that right back, dog.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute.
I think that they're gonna give us they might give us Okada Shibata. I'm starting to think they might give us Okada Shibata on the road to July.
And I need that bad.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I booked that flight.
And let them go as long as they want.
They got me. They got me. But yeah, I think Shelton Benjamin, I'm gonna find a place for you. Now, if it's a trio, now if they are a trio or a tag, I think that really depends on what happens for them. Now, if they're a trio, I could see them doing versus Joe and them niggas. I could see them.
The trios champions?
Yuta, Pac, and
Deadass.
Seriously.
I swear to God. Wait, so tonight, I swear to God, I thought it was undisputed.
Then I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They wrestling like they the trio champions, and that's just the truth. They really are. Like
I'm literally not kidding. I thought tonight was a trios title match.
Adam Cole, yeah, man, they got me. I'm locked in again. I want to also say, so next after the Athena tease, we had the Swerve Nana promo. And I want to say that this was fantastic. And I want to say it's fantastic because, and I need people to stop just going to like the typical wrestling tropes of, oh, Nana's about to turn heel, or Nana's about to. Actually, no, I think that Nana was just being real. He was just telling him to lock in. He said, bro, I done had your back for everything. Like, they done hog tied me this way, that way. They done hog tied me so many times, and I did that because you're my brother and I love you. But you can't keep leaving me for dead while you just go do these get in these modes and get real personal with them, because now they done stole my jacket that I gave you from my friend, and if you don't get it back, we might have to part ways, because the same support I'm giving you, I need that back. And I respect it, and I think that the authenticity of that relationship is really what has always endeared me to them. I think that you could see on both like inside and outside of the ring, you could see their relationship grow at this like in real time. Like you saw Nana elevate Swerve, you saw Swerve elevate Nana, and you can tell that their relationship, their bond is very genuine. And so like to hear him say those words, it was amazing. Also, Ricochet is the best dweeb. Like Ricochet is the best loser. He's the best loser on purpose. He's the best loser in wrestling who does it on purpose. I just me?
No.
Oh,
Nana.
oh, yes. That's exactly what he said. But and also too, a lot of the blogs, a lot of you really last year tried to pussyfoot around it, but this year, Nana, give him his tens. Give him his tens because last year, after the year that Swerve had, after the year that they had collectively, it should have been no question who's manager of the year. I understand y'all want to give it to this person, that person for whatever reasons, whatever. But he is a best in the world level talent, and he showed exactly that he's going to keep doing that. And give them their tens. The Swerve Nana pairing, I hope it never ends, truly. I hope that they are inducting each other in the Hall of Fame, all sorts of stuff. Like, I need that. But
I look like I'm giving a seance. Sorry.
Up next, we directly followed that with a Hangman segment. And he's walking around said, MJF, if I don't run you over, you gonna wish I did, and went back to his no emissions.
You can run me over anytime.
It went back to his electric vehicle with the long horn on top of it. Mwah. Love it.
Nothing.
Could mean nothing.
Train. Choo choo.
What? It could mean everything. So I just want to say we're so back. We're so back. Next, what do we have? Oh, we had the trios match, which was Daniel Garcia and FTR
not for the world title, apparently.
Undisputed Kingdom, and it was really good. It was really good.
It was great. They was on the outside going fucking crazy.
I saw people just boom, boom.
I said, whoa. Daniel Garcia had that one drop kick, and I was like, nigga, you ain't tuck your head. He almost landed on his neck.
They was going for broke. I respect it. Also, DG.
I said, Cash really got another bond to post or something. What you doing? Relax.
Listen, Cash really my favorite crash out, man.
It's almost the first of the month. Gotta pay the bondsman. Anyway. Great match.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. The doctors don't know either. Medical marvel.
This is a really great match, and I'm fully locked in on Undisputed Kingdom. They've been going crazy in these trios. Goddamn, put the belts on.
I want to say, I have always said when everybody was talking crazy about Adam Cole, and literally ever since Kyle O'Reilly came back, I was like, this is the only way to go. The trios division needs this.
I agree. I just don't think. I think that everybody agreed about that. I think that the point of dissent was how it would affect Kyle and Roddy. It was very clear. Adam Cole needed to be in a trio.
But that wasn't my point. My point wasn't. I forgot.
It's working though, and I've really enjoyed it.
I thought they were trios champs. Since they're not, let's get on that.
So Daniel Garcia got pinned, and so
no, he didn't.
Cole, and that set up this weekend's for a Collision. So, but because that match is happening on Collision, it gives me hope that I'm getting my Face of the Revolution match that I want. I want them to bring the Face of the Revolution match back, and I think that would be a great place to debut
Mike Bailey.
Oh yeah!
Answer the phone.
Answer the phone.
I just want to say I have been waiting on this moment for years. And the 1 week where I was like, let me get off Twitter. Let me not watch Collision. All of a sudden, And I come back and everybody's just like, yeah, it's happening. Like nobody even cares. I'm like, this is news, people.
Yeah, I love this. I love this.
I
Yes.
love Speedball. I'm so excited for people who have never seen them wrestle to see them wrestle.
And if you haven't seen a Speedball match, watch Speedball versus Takeshita at Maple Leaf Pro.
And if you have another 10 minutes, Ospreay.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, watch the Ospreay match. So,
but the Takeshita match is better.
Yeah, watch the Takeshita match first and then Ospreay. But yeah, we're so back, bro. We're so back. Oh my god, I hate when AEW get me excited. I was like, oh, I just told everybody I'm done with you. Stop.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I said
I sent you flowers after you already deleted the contact. Like, quit it.
I told everybody I'm done with you. I don't need you no more. Oh, I'm so satisfied by my other promotions. I don't need this anymore. Oh my god.
I went up and down the roster.
And look at me back. We're so back. And then y'all,
we actually are so back, guys.
We're so back. I love the subtle storytelling there. But after that match, we had the Death Riders and they came in, bro. Wheeler Yuta is so funny because he accidentally hit the Busaiku knee on Marina Shafir. Then Colt pop up.
We've been doing the same shit for the past 6 weeks.
I agree, but we're getting to the
we can move on. And then Willow came out.
Correct. Colt was like, "Oh, am I gonna concerto a woman?" And then the woman came out. And she said, I do it myself. Took that chair and hit her right in the head. Yep, she got her lick back. Exactly. Because Willow Nightingale.
And Mox, you're next.
I ain't gonna lie. When Willow be out there, Mox get real quiet. He get real quiet. All that rah-rah.
He sure enough ain't jumped the ring. That's for sure.
Nope. All that rah-rah and go out the window when
Willow Nightingale, the day that you concerto John Moxley, you...
What a woman. Next we had Harley Cameron versus Deonna Purrazzo. This was solid.
It was solid.
It was the most enjoyable match from Deonna I've seen in a minute. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was gonna say Harley pulled something from her. Pulled something out of her.
Feel the wrath. Feel the wrath. Feel the wrath. Also,
I broke it. You can probably tell that. Anyway.
Yeah. Also, we had the ambulance segment of them closing the ambulance, and I'm not gonna lie, Willow Nightingale was up there with a Hall of Famer and a multi-time world champion, and she felt like the biggest dog of them all, next to Jay White and Adam Copeland. And it's time to make sure that she is always treated like the foundational pillar of this company that she is. She is the one.
Speaking of pillars, do you guys remember Sammy Guevara?
No, and let's keep it like that.
I completely agree, but I saw someone, like literally, I saw a tweet that was like, "Oh, who do you want to see Speedball face?" And somebody said fucking Sammy Guevara, and I was like, "What?"
I mean, it'll be a spot fest. Sammy just gonna try to break his neck a whole bunch of times.
I felt like that, like that meme of like those old people like. Haven't heard that name in years.
You know what, though? I'm going to be honest. Now that I think about like the all-in card, he's going to be on it. If we're lucky, though, he'll be tagging with Dustin Rhodes.
That's not lucky to me.
I mean, I'd rather that than a singles match.
How we spend our minutes is how we spend our lives. I do not want to spend my minutes.
And honestly, they're going to probably pull it's a couple people on Ring of Honor who are likely going to be on the all-in card. Specifically, I would say Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, and the Von Erichs.
Pre-show, baby. Correct.
I could see the Von Erichs winning the Ring of Honor tag titles.
What the hell? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Jalen, also, another quick aside. That is a fantastic point.
Correct.
Everybody can feel better than Jay White if they try. I tweeted earlier, and I'm getting jumped for it. Pac needs that world title before Jay White sniffs it. Before he is close enough to.
I'm gonna be honest. Jay White at this point, before he even sniffs the world title, I would need to see him have a compelling mid-card title reign. He got to do something. I'm gonna be honest.
Match.
The last great match that Jay White had was versus Hangman, and that was the one that he got injured.
And Hangman can
The
have.
Heart Cup.
I just look. You're not. If I wasn't excited about the Death Riders before, Jay White's not going to be a difference maker. I can promise you that.
Yes.
Let it go.
And that's the truth. That's the truth. Willow Nightingale truly did. I mean, save everything tonight. Really, give her
Let her concerto Mox. I'm dead the fuck serious.
I don't agree with you. I mean, I don't disagree with you. Sorry, I don't disagree with you. You're so correct. Next we had the main event, which was Takeshita versus. We completely skipped over a match, but
sorry. Go ahead.
We skipped over Outrunners versus Murder Machines.
That's okay.
Outrunners, yeah.
Yeah. The main event. I'm really mean. I don't know.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can tell you're going through a lot right now, so it's all right.
I'm really not. I'm fine.
Oh, so you just act like this?
I'm like, I'm in a good spot. I don't know.
Respect. I think I respect you more for that. Like somebody who a hater without a cause. Ugh, that's organic. That's so real.
I wish I could lie.
We had
Lance Archer's box braids. Look, my thing is, if you're gonna pop out with a box braids, you better not look like you got jaundice. One or the other. What kind of white person do you want to be? Gucci flip flops and the fucking bitch socks.
So our main event, we had Orange Cassidy versus Konosuke Takeshita, and it was incredible. In my opinion, these are the two singular best international champions who have ever held the belt. And
I can't remember anyone else, so I agree with you.
So the international champions have been Pac, OC,
but not really.
Ray, OC, John Moxley, Ray Phoenix, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Will Ospreay, MJF, Will Ospreay. Takeshita.
You just unlocked a memory. I completely forgot about that Ospreay MJF stuff. Danny, who?
No, I blocked it out too. Yeah, I just had to. But yeah, that's the entire lineage of the international, formerly the All Atlantic title.
Yeah, I think the name change is fucking me up still. And
so I think and OC were the best out of all of them. The best.
OC's first reign, agree.
OC's first reign, of course.
Yeah. Round 2, I actually hated bad.
Yeah, terrible time.
But this match was insane. But the reversals on reversals, I stood up.
OC, I knew that you still had it in you. And I think, honestly, having him off TV, it really has helped. Like, I think, like, holding him down for, like, what was he off for 5 weeks? That was the longest he's ever been away from, I think, Dynamite. But it really helped. Like, I felt more interested in Orange Cassidy. I feel more interested in Orange Cassidy than I have in a really long time.
And I said from the jump that OC, I understood why we went back to OC for another title reign. It really, really overexposed him bad. And He has been fighting that ever since. Mm-hmm. And this was the first match, like you said, in a while where I forgot about that. And I was just enjoying what this was. This was incredible. Konosuke Takeshita is so fucking cool.
Amazing.
What a fantastic wrestler. Like, I really don't know what else we can say about this man, because he has it all.
He's a freak.
He's a freak.
Like, I think, and I'm gonna be honest, and like I said, when I say this, I don't try to like compare them as in like saying like they're the same, but I don't think we've seen like a real wrestling freak like this since like prime Kota Ibushi. Just like a freak of nature, of just like they built you in a lab.
Like, what
they,
the fuck?
they built you in a
What
lab.
is this shit?
They built him in a lab.
Honestly,
Is
it's
what?
literally like if you ask the most snobby, uptight wrestling fan what their perfect wrestler would be, it's Konosuke Takeshita.
He can strike, he can fly, he can do everything. He moves through the air like a cruiserweight, but he's also maybe the heaviest hitting person
He's
right now.
so big and strong.
Big and strong. He's just he's perfect. I mean, yeah, y'all, you said that.
Perfect.
Gotta put this up there.
He's perfect.
He's perfect.
And I hate to say that about a man, but I fear it's true.
We saw, guys. This is what all elite wrestling was supposed to be.
Every day we get closer.
Closer to my dreams.
502-day streak on Duolingo. I am learning Japanese, babe. One day.
Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Dynamite right now.
I'm gonna be thinking about. Sorry, I'm gonna be thinking about this match for a long time. I really enjoyed it, and honestly, on a week-to-week basis, there are few matches that are memorable to me. There was a 500 days is crazy. The middle sequence of this match is incredibly memorable to me, and I hope that OC can keep this momentum in whatever program he goes into next.
Yes, I agree. And I think that he looked just as much of a star and lost than he did if he would have won. And I think like that's really the most important thing. And I think that that's something that AEW used to do really well. And it feels like they're getting back to it of matches having two winners if done correctly.
And this match was like kind of going hand in hand with what we were saying earlier, like about OC getting overexposed. This was the first Orange Cassidy match in a while that I was rooting for him. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but I was like, but what if he won?
And also, too, am I not mistaken? Was this Takeshi's first Dynamite main event this year?
Lyric,
I don't remember him.
I have the memory.
Okay, I'm sorry. Chat. Was this Takeshi's first Dynamite main event this year?
Literally have the memory of if Dory got shot. I don't know.
Especially as a singles wrestler, I would say.
Probably as a singles wrestler, I would estimate.
And honestly, too, I think that with Revolution going how I think it's going to happen, if Takeshita loses to Kenny, I think that Takeshita will lose positioned at the highest he's ever been at AEW. And by the time he comes back, he's going to feel like God. Like, especially if he come back after like killing everybody in New Japan, he gonna come back like King Kong. Is this King Kong? Yes, it's King Kong.
King Kong.
King Kong. Yes, Miss King Kong.
King Kong.
It's gonna be disgusting.
IWGP World Champion Konosuke Takeshita, are you ready? And you know what, babe? I like New Japan. This is no tea, no shade, no disrespect to anybody over there right now. You need a real killer. A killer. And that is what Takeshita has the potential to be. I mean, I would literally do the equivalent of his G1, and that like I'm not doing no fluff. I'm not doing no whatever. I just want him to come out there and straight murk people.
I want the baddest heifers on the floor.
The son of the god of pro wrestling, correct.
And I think for New Japan specifically, I would like...
Can I make him Jesus? Sorry, go ahead. Just thinking.
The son of the god of wrestling, Jesus Omega. That's actually what he would be. Jesus Omega.
You know that TikTok trend that's like, stop your kids, like, stop asking me why you got this name. You know you're named after the water bottle. Mommy, why is my name Jesus Omega? You know why.
El Hijo del Omega. El Hijo del Omega. But yeah, I think
you just gotta start calling him like the prodigal son or something instead of straight up Jesus. Like,
I wouldn't mind Goto. I wouldn't mind Takeshita beating Goto for the IWGP, and then somebody beating, because I think especially if you do it like closer to Forbidden Door time, you have like this big invader thing going on. This like these anti AEW sentiments. So like whoever Takeshita puts over is going to be like the savior in New Japan. I think like you're not gonna like it.
Don't say that nigga name. Don't
you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. But
no.
I'm not gonna lie. He carries the banner of New Japan harder than anybody else right now, and that's just the truth. You don't have to like it, but it is the truth, and that's a fact. Even Tanahashi thinks so. Sister, get up. Get up. It's not that deep.
Leave me here.
Yeah, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I get it. I know there's a lot of different feelings about Gabe right now. I get it.
I don't like the bitch.
Everybody just gonna have to get over it.
No.
Well,
I have a plan.
Okay.
And it just involves Konosuke Takeshita actually never putting anyone over.
I don't feel bad for the Musketeers because I think like they stepping up. Suji's gonna win the title. It's just they're gonna save Suji's like IWGP crowning for probably either him winning the G1 and then main event in the Tokyo Dome. That's what they're gonna save that for. So I'm not worried at all. Like,
and I think that's
honestly,
the right call.
Takeshita, I wouldn't even mind Takeshita losing it to Suji. I wouldn't even mind that if that's just if they let him hold it. That's just if they might let him hold it that long. I would say
I would though. I'm saying I honestly think, because if I'm New Japan, what is the fucking rush? Because your list of guys that are not just ready to be world champion, but compelling to be world champion is slim. So do you really want to speed through people's title reigns?
But the thing is, at the same
what is the rush, babes?
I do think we also have to remember, like, at New Japan, especially for the lifers, by the end of their careers, some of these guys gonna hold that IWGP like what 5, 6, 7 times.
I agree, but I think that New Japan is in a little bit of a stagnant spot, and
I disagree. I think New Japan has finally gotten out of a stagnant spot.
I don't think that they're out of it yet. And so I understand what you're saying. I think it's the same thing we were saying earlier about somebody else. If you stay the course,
that's fair.
Then we've got it. But it's too early for me to look back and be like, we made it, folks. I don't want to declare victory yet. I think that you could easily find yourself back in this position or back in a stagnant spot if you move too quick.
So, but I mean, what would be considered moving too quick though? Like, my thing is, especially like, what is too quick? You had the current champion is Hiroki Goto, who literally went almost 20 something years without.
That's not what I mean. I mean going forward.
So I mean, but like I said, what would be considered too quick? Like, my thing is, I completely understand not wanting Gabe to win the title.
That's totally separate. In my plan, Gabe Kid's not champion at all.
When we think about like the logistics of who's ready, who's qualified, Gabe is 100% winning that title by this time next year.
I don't disagree. I don't know. I think New Japan is always just such an interesting like case study to me. And I think I'm just very much someone, either I'm in love with the New Japan product or I'm entirely apathetic to it. And right now I'm getting the love back because of what's it called? The last what was the last show called?
New Beginning Osaka.
Yeah. Loved it when I finally got around to watching it. But I don't know. I just get really scared. New Japan, I care about you a lot, babe.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, I'm also terrified, but I've been trying to like be really optimistic, just because I will say everything this year has really. I've seen it's going somewhere. Like, you know, I might not understand where it's going yet, but everything is going somewhere.
But it's only February.
It's only
That's
February.
why I'm like, it's too early to declare victory.
I mean, yes, it's only February, but a lot has already happened, you know, in the sense of, because we have to remind ourselves, like, it's almost like the opposite of WrestleMania. Of New Japan starts the year with their biggest shows, and we kind of work backwards versus build to it. So, like, we kind of know who's going to play this year, like especially between Wrestle Kingdom and New Beginning Osaka, really tells you what the priorities for the company are for the entire year. And that's going to be, you see that obviously Yota Tsuji is going to be next up out of the Three Musketeers. He is going to be like the one that they like deem ready. You can see that Gabe is going to be top foreigner in the company, or at least he's the most over foreigner in the company. You can see that David Finlay is coming back, and actually, no, Gabe and David Finlay are now going to battle to be top foreigner in the company. You can see that Tanahashi's
Hey, this is just a tough time to be me, guys. It's just a tough time to be me.
David Finlay made a believer.
I'm committed to my hating game, and I do not waver. And
David Finlay made a believer.
I don't like Gabe Kidd, and I've never been a David Finlay girl, so
that's fair. Tanahashi's retirement road is clearly a priority. Oh, yes. They saw last year with the New Japan Cup and the G1 that fans are still investing in Goto. So Goto will be an integral tool to get over the next generation. Clearly Takeshita will be that kind of, like I said, that Kota Ibushi double contract character who is just essentially, like you said, a killer, who will some way fit into like what New Japan has going on this year. You can see even with the junior division who's being elevated as those top guys. Like I think Kosei Fujita and Francesco Akira are going to finally, and probably Master Wato too, are going to finally really kind of take over as those next big faces of the junior division. And so, and even I would say, I think that we're going to see a much bigger emphasis on the tag division this year because Naito and Hiromu have those belts. And lastly, it's very clear that the AEW relationship is just as strong, but it's changing in the sense of they're going to be doing a lot more interpromotional stuff together. And so we're going to see a lot more crossover of guys going back and forth, which is going to be a very interesting thing to follow, especially as we build towards Forbidden Door. And so like those are the priorities. And so at the top of the card, that leaves, as far as the world title picture, the people who was going to circulate around the world title picture, that's only about 4 guys. Like that's only about 4 legitimate guys who make sense of winning the title. 2 of them are Gabe and David Finlay.
Which is,
I'm sorry,
it's just dire times for me.
Here's the thing, I'm sorry,
guys.
I'm sorry. I had to break it down analytically.
I don't disagree with you. Doesn't mean I have to like it, and I don't.
No, you don't have to like it. Listen, hey, you don't have to like it at all. I understand. But I say all that to say of Takeshita will be a huge part of these plans. And I think that he's going to win IWGP this year. And everybody better get in line. I don't know if he's going to do a second G1, but if he does, God bless him. I would like to see it. But I understand.
I need that bad.
And if he doesn't do the G1, he has to do the Continental Classic. I don't make the rules. And also too, oh my God.
I want the G1 more than I want. Do
you think? Listen. No. Because listen, can you imagine if they do the Well, Zach is one of those people. I mean, Zach just doesn't need to be in. He doesn't need to win the title again anytime soon. But Zach is 100% one of those people. After he made it into the Tokyo Dome twice, you don't come out of that not being considered a top guy. And he won Tokyo Sports MVP as a foreigner. Nobody has really done that. Like since
really,
Bob Sapp, he won that for MMA. So like. Yeah, Zach is fine. Like Zach is fine.
Zack Sabre Jr., baby, you just stick with me. I got a plan.
It's just not his turn. Like Zach had his turn. Zach had the storybook moment. He got to walk into Wembley Stadium as the G1.
But just stick with me, Zach.
Like
I got plans for you.
Absolutely. We love Zack Sabre Jr. in this house. But I was saying all that saying, can you imagine? I know. Can you imagine if Kenny beats Okada, unifies the Continental and the International titles? That means that Kenny is going to be a participant in the Continental Classic. And oh my God. Kenny Omega in the Continental Classic? I think I would have to do, especially
Kenny Omega so much.
Especially if AEW did what they did this past year, and do those last couple nights of the CC at Hammerstein Ballroom. I would go again. New York, of just like that weekend and just watch CC matches all night, all week. Can't lie. I digress. This
realizing. I've never seen a Kenny Omega pay-per-view match.
You want to know what I realized? In 2023, I went to 1, 2, 3. I think I went to 3 pay-per-views. 4. I went to 4 pay-per-views in 2023 with the hopes of all to see Kenny Omega wrestle. He lost every last one of them.
Damn, nigga. Shit.
He lost.
Can you focus? Like shit.
I saw him in Toronto for Forbidden Door. I saw him at All In in Wembley. I saw him at Wrestle Dream in Seattle, and I saw him at Full Gear in Los Angeles. And he lost every one of those matches.
He knew you were coming. That's why. He said, "Girl, fuck you."
All right.
What I'm realizing is
I've never seen him win.
Just coming to that realization, I'm like, fuck, I think I might have to go to All In. Here's the thing, guys. I really, really don't want to go because that is a lot of money to spend on a place that I don't want to be. I want to see the show, yes. Do I want to be in fucking Arlington, Texas? No. So
in Dallas.
I don't want to be in Dallas either. I just like, guys, I don't want to go to Texas. No tea, no shade. But like, what the fuck is in Texas for me?
You don't want to hang out with
me? I'm playing, but I'm like,
listen, huh? I thought it was going. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care about the city more, so I think it's just gonna be such a fun girls trip. I think having like all the girlies around and I think
it will be fun. I'm just like,
you a hater to your core. I respect it.
I'm a hater to my core. I'm trying to go to.
You need to come though.
I'm trying to pick another country I can go to this year too. So I'm like, trying to be. Huh?
You want to go to Japan with me?
Maybe, but I'm trying to go somewhere warm. In the winter months, because I'm going to Greece in September, and I want to go to.
That's what I'm saying. The all-in tailgate, bro. She not thinking. She not thinking for real, bro. She not thinking. I think I when I tell you, I fantasize about that trip all the time, and I think it's just because of just having so many people with great energy and like around that culture. I can't wait to be with my cowboy boots, tailgating. We gonna be drunk. We gonna be playing we gonna be playing Beyonce, Cowboy Carter from the speakers. We gonna play Tyrant, and everybody gonna wear hangman shirts. It's gonna be amazing. You really have.
Okay. maybe I need to go.
Yes, you do. Like, what are you saying right now, Danny? Like, oh, fuck Texas. We talking about sisterhood. We're talking about girlhood. We're talking about the girls. We are talking about having the best weekend of our lives with a side of wrestling. Okay, like it's gonna be such. Hello, Jalen, Chloe, come on. We're gonna do the tailgate party. It's just like this isn't about them. This is about the girls.
Okay. Here's what I will say. When the Kenny match is confirmed, I will buy my ticket.
We should go to a you're not gonna apply for media?
I mean, I guess I could. I honestly got I'm neutral on that.
Okay, that's fine.
But
I mean, either way, listen, I'm cool with it because I ain't gonna lie. The media seats you will be in the press box, and a lot of times, like at least for I remember All In at Wembley. Me and Charlie, we had bought sets of tickets too, so we spent like part of the show on the floor.
I did that for what's it called too?
Yeah, just because Dynasty. I needed to feel it from the floor. I needed to feel it, and so I'm glad that I did.
I don't know about a tattoo, guys. I don't know about a tattoo.
I would, you know what?
I don't have any. So like
I don't either.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not getting a wrestling related one for my first. Because here's my thing. What if somebody gets canceled and then all of a sudden you got that on your body?
Can you imagine if Will Ospreay got that All In tattoo and then the AEW contract fell through?
Like
I think also
like I'm not getting a tattoo that's depending on another person.
That was also super funny too.
Just a tattoo, maybe.
That was also super funny too, MJF, because he was getting the tattoo, the AEW tattoo removed. It was fake, but it was funny.
I was like, why is he getting back shots on my TV? Why is your bussy out? Hello.
Do you hear
I don't even have my ears pierced. So this would be like,
are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never had a tattoo either. My friends got scorpion tattoos at Revolution for Sting, and they look really great. I just didn't get one. I just have never gotten a tattoo, and I also, it's not even that I don't want a wrestling related one. It was just that I'm black and my skin was breaking out at that point. And listen, my skin was like breaking out at that point, and I just feel like before I get a tattoo, I need to like do research on the tattoo artist and make sure that they can tattoo on dark skin. Just because dark skin tends to keloid, and I have very thin skin, and I have a history of. Wait, you want to see his what?
That's what I said, and then I was like, maybe I should not.
Oh, anyway, dark skin tends to keloid at times, and I have a history of eczema, so I just want to like
got eczema. Just
double check, and just make sure that the tattoo artist is good with tattoo black skin. We do hashtag not need that. Oh God. Anyway, I think that's a great place to end. I would also like to say, if anybody really wants to tell me a happy belated birthday, my Cash App is down here. Danny's is there too. If you really want to support this show, you can find us, show us some love on Cash App. Those are the names. Don't wear them out. But I digress. Danny, do you have anything that you would like to plug? This is also our last show of Black History Month, so this is your time to shine. Give us your within reason.
Well, with that being said, happy Black History Month. We're living in continued unprecedented times, but we appreciate your support. You know what I will say though? Actually, if you're white, and even if you're not, but if you're white specifically,
wait, pause. What are you about to say, bro? Hey,
it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
Oh, okay.
If you're white, you have another day to put together a list of your favorite Black creators or your favorite Black contributors to wrestling space, because bitches used to do that when Black History Month was official, and all of a sudden this nigga come in the office and y'all pretend like y'all don't know how to act in things related to Black initiatives and supporting Black people. I'm not telling you I need to be on it. I don't give a fuck. I told y'all a million times, Black Girl Wrestling is a spam to me. I don't I should care more than I do. I don't need to be on your fucking list. It's not what this is about. But if you really do care and you really want to support people at all times, then fucking do it. Now's the fucking time. Don't piss me off. Anyway, you can follow me at Danny Don't Miss Her at on Twitter. Lyric, over to you.
I don't even know how to follow that. Yeah, I will say, and I try not to say this too much, but I do think it needs to be said. You can say whatever you want, but it's fucking crazy that WWE didn't even acknowledge Black History Month this year. But I would like to give a shout out specifically to Bianca Belair and Naomi for the way that they honored Black History Month with all these cosplays, like these black ass cosplays this year. I really rocked with it.
Homecoming was my favorite.
The girls get, and I will say,
Bianca has done that one before.
I don't watch. Obviously, I don't.
People in here.
Okay.
Just pick a demographic, and I just choose.
I think you already started, but it's okay.
I said I need to stop.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I thought you said I need to
bald people and the British.
Oh, okay. And says the woman with an Ospreay notebook. Got it. But I don't watch WWE like ever these days, but I tune in if it makes sense for the women. And I heard that Bianca and Naomi were main eventing on Monday, and so I tuned in to the Raw main event, and it was excellent. Shout out to that women's tag title match. It was excellent. That was the best women's match on American soil so far this year. And that's just the truth. But that was amazing. And I just want to give a shout out to those Black queens holding it down.
Black queens forever.
All right, Umar, man, chill. And speaking of Black excellence, I think it's just been a really great Black History Month.
No, it hasn't.
I was going
to say planes are
from,
falling out of the sky. Companies don't care about CGI anymore.
I was going to say
we're losing rights by the minute.
Okay, correct.
This gotta be bottom 200 Black History Months.
I was talking more so from just like a pop culture standpoint.
Oh yeah,
like starting from the Grammys to the Super Bowl to I think AEW did a really good job of highlighting Black History Month this year. And
I'm not satisfied.
I mean, we should never be satisfied, but
I need to go to bed. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay. I can tell you just
Black history good. Black people good. Okay. Dynamite good. Wrestle.
Wait, what?
Black Queens.
Chris Manson. What did you say? He liked what? Oh, y'all get down. Y'all get down. Got it. Anyway, thank you for supporting my work. You can find my Shelton Benjamin article. You can find my Saito Brothers article. All of that will be at the link in my bio and Twitter. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you're probably watching on right now, or you're watching on Danny's YouTube channel, aka at Black Girl Wrestling. Oh. I digress. Thank you so much for supporting this show. We will be back next week. I'm not sure what's happening in the chat anymore, but we will have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.